Hey everybody, welcome back to my videos. My name is Eric McGrew with Eric's Tree Service, and today we've got a little willow that needs to come down. Sorry, the sun, every time I shoot a video for you guys, the sun is against me, but it is right here. You might be able to see. Some of that isn't from me, some of that is from the power line guys having done clearancing, but about 2/3 of this tree was dead. It's not in a real good place for the willow anyway. It's really close to this house. It's growing up on the secondary line that's coming over to the property from the main power line. And there was just a lot of brittle dead in it that was really long and tending to snap off and things anyway. So this is probably going to be a pretty quick takedown. And because of that, today I'm also going to be doing something a little bit different with my climbing on this Spar. I'm going to test out something new. So usually what I do when I climb a tree like this, because according to ANSI, you need to have your escape route. And when I'm in the tree for my escape route, what I've been doing is carrying a rope that I tie a running bowline, whatever you want to call it, around it, cinch it off, and then I have my rope runner on it. What I find is that with my new Tree Motion Evo, even with the one bridge shortened up, it's a little too long, and I have a good foot or two before it catches and allows me to actually have a secondary restraint system. So it makes it hard using it as one of the two lanyards, which is what I used to do with my Buckingham Ergolite saddle. So today I am going to try using my snake anchor with a pulley and run a double rope system and use my snake anchor as the cinching point for my emergency escape route, which will also double, hopefully, if it works the way I'm hoping it will, as my second lanyard. So let's give it a go and see what happens. So here's my setup. I have my snake anchor. I have the carabiner down and the daisy chain enough to give me some space to expand it and walk up with it. I have my secondary lanyard on. Of course, this is my emergency escape. It's connected to my leg D-rings on my Evo, which is the sitting position or hanging position rings, and I have a Prusik and a tending pulley over here for, yes, I know, it's not actually cut, it's just pulled a little bit, so that's a whole nother story. But that's what this is for. This is a Rope Logic. This is a Rope Logic Technic rope with a pulley on it as well. And now this is what I'm using for spiking up this willow here, which isn't very big. Alright guys, so here's a little bit about the snake anchor being my emergency escape anchor and my lanyard, my second lanyard. It actually works pretty well. There are a couple things though that I knew would happen and do happen. First off, you're limited in your eyelet choices because they're kind of long, as you can tell right here. So you have that distance to make up. And then if you're using a pulley like I am, which I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, if you're using a pulley like I am, then it extends a little bit more. And I am clipped directly to my D-rings and I'm not clipped to my bridge since I'm using it as a double rope system. And these are my leg D-rings. They are not the bridge the bridge ring, because that would make it even longer. And they're not my waist rings, as those aren't intended for you to hang from if you were to fall. So in that case, it's better. The problem with this is, if you look down this tree, you can see there's multiple unions and crotches. So each time I've had to pull, this is a really long one. It's way too long for this, really. But I've had to pull it out each time through the ring, because it is a ring and not like a carabiner. It's not like a bowline that you can tie, right? It's you have to pull it all the way out and then feed it all the way back through. So in that sense, it's not ideal. And then with these, it's not ideal, but it actually works pretty good. If you were climbing on like a smooth spar, let's say it's a really big cottonwood or a big elm on one side, or a pine or fir, then this would be a good option. It's just on this tree is the one I had to try it on because of timing and size of job, so it's not ideal for this job.